Output. Master your deeds. Long-term forms of distress, such as depression, anxiety, and trauma, establish cycles of thought, emotion, and behavior. One leads to the next, then back to the source of the cycle, repeatedly, ceaselessly. Therefore, we must realize our toxic thoughts lead to toxic behaviors, which lead back to unhealthy thinking. Breaking toxic thinking habits is challenging. However, one tool to break the cycle is to address and change your behaviors. Let me provide an example of what I mean. In the past, I've struggled with low self-esteem and depression. My depression and negative perception of myself would cause me to self-medicate to numb the feelings of inadequacy and loneliness. In this altered state of consciousness caused by inebriation, I would act very erratically, doing things that I would later regret and feel guilty over. This would lead to more self-medicating to numb the negative feelings I was experiencing. My actions were not only part of the unhealthy cycle, but were a force that perpetuated the cycle. If I could seize control of my actions, I would be able to alleviate the negative feelings and thoughts that kept the cycle going. I needed to control my output to control my outcome. Of course, this is easier said than done. Our bodies and brains get used to patterns. These patterns become so familiar that we don't notice them. Sometimes these patterns are completely outside of our awareness, particularly during emotionally charged circumstances. How can we stop something that we don't notice or don't even know exists? We must increase our self-awareness, increase our mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply being conscious of sensory input, body sensations, thought activity, and emotion in the present moment, not memories of the past or speculations of the future. Often the things listed above are minutiae that go unnoticed. How often do you notice the thoughts in your mind before you react to them? Or notice the subtle ways your body responds to anxiety before the anxiety becomes overwhelming? Most people never develop that level of awareness and suffer the mental and emotional consequences. Awareness is a natural phenomenon. However, it can be increased through training and focus. By increasing awareness and being mindful, we can take control of our emotions and thoughts and thus gain control over our deeds. We can break the pattern. Now stop for a moment and think about moments where you felt like you've lost control of your emotions, or moments where you did things that you may have regretted. If you can, think back to those times and see if you can remember what your mind was doing. What were you thinking? What activities were you engaged in? How did your body feel? How did your shoulders feel? How did your stomach feel? How did your throat feel? Did you have a headache? If you can't recall, don't worry. We will train our awareness and our mindfulness so that next time we are more aware and we're able to control our actions. Controlling yourself sets you free. Free from the prison of regret, of guilt, of self-medicating, of self-doubt. Breaking the shackles of negative behaviors and unhealthy thought patterns puts you in a state of joy and aligns you with divine consciousness. Achieving this goal will be a challenge. You are rewriting years of psychological programming, in effect becoming a new person. However, don't be discouraged. This is the process of rebirth, the process of letting the past go to create a better future. Let's do a mindfulness exercise. Take a seat and make yourself comfortable. Also, I want you to notice for a moment how your body responds to the concept of comfortable. Many of us are so thoroughly trained to propel ourselves with absolute abandon at a velocity that tears us apart, speeding through life from one task to the next. And just the mention of comfort makes us feel extremely tense. It's all right. We will deal with this shortly. At this moment, simply notice. Notice how your body feels. Notice your thoughts. However, notice these things without judgment. You don't have to evaluate your thoughts or yourself. Simply observe without criticism, allowing the flow of thought energy. Don't try to silence the mind or struggle to control the content of your thoughts. Watch your thoughts drift by like a cloud in the sky. Don't attach yourself to them. Just let them be. Notice the sensations of your body. Feel your lungs expand and contract as you inhale and exhale. There is no need to worry about proper breathing technique or the position of your body. Focus the mind on things as they are, not on an asana or a mantra. Take away judgment and watch your awareness expand. Feel the flow of air across your skin, the warmth of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Listen to the sounds in the room around you. They are neither loud nor too quiet. They are simply sounds and don't need judgment. What do you hear? What are the sounds that you hear in the room around you? Pay very close attention, noticing even the most subtle sounds, the almost imperceptible sounds created by vibrations of movement. There are sights to behold all around you. Notice the light, its vibrance and intensity, or notice the dim shadows that frame the objects in your field of vision. The balance of light and darkness, solid matter and insubstantial absence, presence and space pervade your awareness. Allow your emotions to flow as they are, without hindrance or judgment. Acknowledge them, but let them be. Whatever you may feel in this moment is an experience of impermanence in space-time. These emotions, like any combustible substance, need fuel to burn. The fuel is attention, fear, and attachment. Learning how to accept your emotions creates a sense of detachment and cools the fire of emotional energy. When you have mastered your emotions, you gain control of your actions and reactions. Instead of your actions being guided by fear, anger, insecurity, and doubt, now your actions are guided by awareness, acceptance, and peace. You no longer have to be the servant of inner turmoil. You are the sovereign of inner peace. Let this peace fuel you, define you, and protect you. As you engage in mindfulness exercises each day, your awareness will increase. And you'll be aware of what your body is doing, aware of the thoughts in the background of your mind. And you'll be able to exert more control over your reactions to these thoughts and emotions. And you'll be able to master your deeds.